Yo, what's up guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video here today. So, throughout the 2020 offseason, Perkz has been one of the most sought after players as we have talked about in all of our rumors. And then Jacob Wolf today tweets about around 5 p.m. PST some Perkz news, and we kind of have a destination for Perkz, but it's not confirmed yet because the free agency open period starts on November 16th, which is, let me look at my calendar, I think it's not this week coming up, but the next week. So next week, on this Monday, we are going to be seeing where players are going to be going because the free open period for when you can actually sign players is now open. So let's read what Jacob Wolf has tweeted. The Wolf Bombs are here. At G2 Esports and G2 Perkz have been actively engaging the past 2 weeks with 6 different teams. Cloud9, Evil Geniuses, 100 Thieves, TSM, Team Vitality, and Misfits, sources told me. Cloud9 are his desired destination on an hashtag LCS record-setting proposed salary, but he obviously continues it. The holdup remains Perkz' buyout, which G2 have told several teams is just shy of $5 million, according to sources. If Cloud9 and G2 come to terms, Perkz would reunite with Sven, his former teammate. The duo won EU LCS titles from 2016 through 2017. I know, hashtag G2 win. I was there, obviously, when they won these titles, and it was very one-sided. Now, times have changed since then, obviously, in EU and NA. NA's gotten a lot more easier, EU's gotten a lot more harder to win. And if Perkz reunites with Sven, that would be amazing. Holy shit. Now, I don't really know, like, proposing that much money if Cloud9 would even go for that type of buyout, but knowing Jack and knowing he spent $1 million on Vulcan just to obviously win a title moving forward into the 2020 season, because Cloud9 had not won a title in so long, you know Jack is willing to spend that type of money to get a player like Perkz' caliber. Now, let's finish up the last part of Jacob Wolf's tweet. Reading comprehension is hard. Hold up means that these terms are not agreed to. It could very well not happen if G2 and C9 can't see eye to eye. Please read. So we know pretty much through what Jacob Wolf is saying right now that Perkz wants to go to Cloud9, but G2 and Cloud9 haven't settled on a buyout term. Now, what do I think Perkz is worth for all of his money? Because $5 million, holy shit, man. That's a lot of money. Now, to be fair, this is the type of money you would offer a player like Perkz. He's obviously been to World Finals. He's won an international title. He has a ton of local trophies. I mean, you know, he's got a ton of Spring Split trophies. He has a ton of Summer Split trophies. Him and Caps are literally the kings of the West, obviously. So, about 3 million is what he should be worth. 3.5 million, I would say, because you got to kind of factor in his accolades, and remember, he has also current accolades too. He literally just won 2 titles this year. Then you got to factor in that at Worlds, he consistently throughout 2018, 2019, and 2020, he's been making top 4 ever since 2018 when they upset RNG at the 2018 World Championship. Perkz is a player you want on your team. Now, the issue here is, if Perkz does come, then that means that obviously Nisqy would be out. So seeing this as Nisqy is pretty much kind of, I would assume, pushing him out the door, because you know he's obviously gonna read this. Everybody reads Jacob Wolf's tweets. Like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, some of the other people that follow me on Twitter. We're all cool. We're all friends. We all see each other's tweets. We may not always like them or retweet them. Sometimes you get really busy, but you do see them, obviously. And that means that rumor of Niski potentially going to Golden Guardians holds more value, because if C9 are desiring Perkz, they want to upgrade mid lane, you know? So obviously that's something that you can obviously see that Cloud9 want to do. And he specifically says Cloud9 is Perkz' destination. We know Perkz and Sven are really good friends, obviously from their days back on G2. So my only other issue with this is that I'm a Cloud9 fan and a G2 fan, so this is kind of like, well, this is basically Christmas for me. But Christmas came early, right? I don't want to see Perkz come to North America. I really honestly think that Fnatic really honestly should be getting Perkz. I mean, but out of the teams he's literally, you know, tweeted at, Fnatic wasn't even mentioned. So when people kept saying he was talking to TSM, we got that one correct. He was talking to TSM, because there was a couple people that I had seen tweet about the Perkz to TSM rumors. They had been credible with other rumors before, though they didn't come true. It was proven later on that these people were right, in that that player that eventually didn't move to TSM was actually talked about. It just didn't happen, because as you guys have to understand, any offseason, there's always players talking to these teams. Just because it doesn't happen doesn't mean what these people are saying is untrue. It just hasn't happened, because these are obviously just talks right now. I think Perkz should go to fight Fnatic, or even just stay in Europe by going to Team Vitality and Misfits, you know, but he really wants to go to NA retirement home, shy of $5 million. He would have the highest paid salary in the LCS. LCS and overpaying players, name a more iconic duo. But to be fair, I don't see Perkz as overpaid, though. Like, you gotta look at it this way. Is Perkz really overpaid? Like, that's... Like, overpaying is something like you did for Huni last offseason, when they gave him, like, what, 2.1 million, even though later on they kind of got out of that, which was kind of weird. That's pretty much it. So, what do you guys think about this? And Jacob Wolf also had some other tweets that he had been putting out today. There was one about Cody Sun. If you guys are a 100 Thieves fan, you could already assume he's not going to stay on 100 Thieves. I mean, I don't want to get into the whole Meteos Cody Sun situation. You guys already know that. Basically, they were on 100 Thieves when they first came into the LCS, when the LCS was franchised all the way back in 2018. Then they got kicked. They rejoined in 2020. I called it. I said it's not going to work out. Obviously, I'm a prediction god and I'm always right. And lo and behold, they're not on the team anymore, because even looking at the Cody Sun part of it, sources at 100 Thieves and Cody Sun are working through an exit plan for the 23-year-old AD carry to leave the team. It is likely Cody becomes a free agent this week, as 100 Thieves continues to assess the AD carry market before the November 16th at 7 p.m. ET timeframe. So 100 Thieves, you know, from all the content that I've been watching, I don't know if they're really focused on League of Legends like that. And it's not saying that they don't care. It's just to say that, you know, if you guys obviously watch 100 Thieves, they are very entertaining. 100 Thieves is very entertaining. Nate Shot literally put out a video on the 100 Thieves YouTube channel that they just got back into Call of Duty. That's because their Call of Duty team is the LA Thieves. And all their moves have been pretty much not League of Legends related, or like to the point where they're not really trying to go out of their way to win a title, you know? And that's fine, obviously. Like, you're not always going to win a title. Most teams in the league are never going to win a title. Let's be honest here. And if they do, it's going to be, like, probably some years down the road before they even get to the point where they even win a title. And right now, I think they're focused on just building a brand name and getting fans, so that way, when they do finally win something, it's much more amazing, because you have desired it for so long and you've wanted it for so long. I just don't really see 100 Thieves as a serious contender to win a championship. That's just me personally. But looking at Cody Sun, I still think he's actually pretty good. You know, overall, he does have some flaws, but, you know, if you're a team and you need a stronger ADC, Cody Sun is the player for you, honestly. I think he was drastically held back by certain times during this 2020 season in the LCS spring and summer, when he had to play with Stunt. But I do think Stunt wasn't that bad, you know, in the 2020 spring split. The issue here is that, you know, Stunt started sucking. He also started, Cody Sun also started playing bad. Then he got Poom, and he's a rookie, and there's a problem with that because he's not going to really know how to do everything Stunt is, and it's going to be a big giant mess. But I do personally think that Cody Sun will find a team if Golden Guardians wants to be a championship contending roster that I've heard they want to be. Then they definitely want to obviously maybe get Cody Sun, but you know that's neither here nor there. All right, so what else is Jacob Wolf saying? He's talking about his cat. I don't want to make jokes about that. Okay. PowerOfEvil. So this is the last thing said about Jacob Wolf. PowerOfEvil has declined his player option, making him a free agent ahead of the 2021 season, sources told ESPN. A return to FlyQuest is not totally off the table, but would need to come to a new deal. PowerOfEvil will enter a free agency beginning November 16th at 7 p.m. ET. So, PowerOfEvil usually always does this though, and it's not a bad thing. He always kind of only signs a 1-year contract with a team, and then he assesses his options in the offseason because he obviously knows he's really good. Now, with that being said, I personally think that this is a good move on his part because PowerOfEvil is actually a really strong mid laner. Now, I wanted PowerOfEvil to go to Cloud9 because I personally think even if like C9 doesn't get Perkz potentially with this crazy buyout, I personally think that PowerOfEvil would be an upgrade over Niski as well. Now, FlyQuest, I don't really know what they want to do. They might want to obviously you know, try and rebuild their roster. I think that Licorice would be a great addition to their top lane. But I think that if you want to grab Licorice, I really think that having a player like PowerOfEvil on the table for him as a player to play with is a good option. But the issue here is PowerOfEvil always goes to another team. He's played on Origin, Unicorns of Love, Optic Gaming, FlyQuest, CLG. He's played on so many Misfits. I remember that one as well. He played on so many different teams. So that just, you know, makes sense in terms of me seeing PowerOfEvil as the player I've always seen him as. He always goes to another team, more or less. So the longest team he's ever stayed on was Origin, and that was about, what? No. Yeah, the longest team no, it wasn't Origin, because he only stayed with them for like a year after he left to join them in Unicorns of Love. Yeah. So he's only really stayed on teams for a year, and God forbid he doesn't want to stay on, you know, CLG for anything longer than that. But other than that, if you're a FlyQuest fan, I just want to know how you feel about this, or if you guys are 100 Thieves fans, and you guys talk about Cody Sun, because I know he's not that fondly talked about, even though he's not like always badly talked about, you know? I'm just overall saying that Cody Sun is a player that any other org would like to have, and I don't know what 100 Thieves wants to do. Maybe they want to go with a completely new, fresh face to obviously save some money. It's definitely a possibility, but the biggest news today has to be G2 and C9 are talking about working on a buyout for Perkz. So, see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I'm the Nightwing, and Way of Life Esports is signing out, guys. Yo, it's the Nightwing. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video that you guys just watched. And if you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and a comment down below. And if you never want to miss out on a single upload, make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you get notified whenever I post a video. Thank you guys for the continued support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.